Night number one at the North Texas Fair and Rodeo concludes with Jarrod Morris, and Jarrod is here with us tonight. You'll be on the Cool Zone Revolver stage, and it will be a cool zone. Things have cooled off by 11 o'clock. It's going to feel pretty good to come out and watch some live music.
Dude, that is a radio voice. You are right. I was unsure how it was going to land, and then you just crushed it.
Well, you know, you got to get into the moment.
It's a lot higher normally, but
you
then
think
you like. It was that midnight DJ voice. You know?
How are you going to sound at 11 o'clock? I'll be watching.
Hey, that is the truth. I actually like, because normally I'd probably have had quite a few beers at this point. Not like too many, but quite a few. And it's kind of weird because it's like I got to pace myself. 11 o'clock's late, like super late to play.
It is a late start, but the people, especially the Cowboys, are going to be in a great mood because Aaron Watson will have concluded a great show. First night of the rodeo will be over. It's kind of a really cool night to be winding things down because things don't really wind down that early here at the North Texas Fair and Rodeo.
Yeah, I've actually always wondered why they have like the opener close. Do you know?
There's magic to it. It's been working for a number of years out here. So
no, I know. I'm just curious. It's the only place I've ever seen that does it.
Well, we just like to stretch the day as long as we can. Yeah, it's a lot of fun out here from
Sell that beer.
sun up to sundown.
Maybe, so this is my theory, is that the openers typically probably aren't as good, and then so they kind of feel bad for you, so they're like, we need to get these people good and schwasty to listen to this guy.
People are well prepared to enjoy your show at 11 o'clock. So
I would imagine so. Yeah.
What are we going to hear tonight? They say you are raw and real. That's what I've read
real
about you. Is that an accurate description of your musical style?
I think so. I mean, I write all my songs, and I try to be honest in them and genuine. So if that's raw, I mean, if you pulled that from my bio, I wrote it about myself, so it's kind of...
Hey, all kidding aside, though, in 2018, you won the Songwriter Award at the Larry Joe Taylor event, which is a big-time event. I mean, what did that mean to you, and how have you parlayed that to further success?
Well, so that festival is enormous. And then Larry Joe, through the whole process, he actually ended up becoming my manager. And he's helped me out a lot and introduced me to a lot of people. But, I mean, he puts on that songwriter competition every single year. And, you know, they usually have 300-400 people entered in it. And so the last ones that won it, like Parker McCollum won it, and Randall King was in it. And it's actually more impressive the people that lost it and then, like, what actually happened to them and where they've gone from there. So, you know, I keep pretty good company with that one, but I just lucked out in doing it. It wasn't.
Well, the songwriting craft, everyone has different tales of how they arrive at a good song. What's the best mode for you to be in when you're writing? Does it happen when you're on the road and actively performing, or do you take some time off and get the creative juices going?
It used to be more like a practice thing. You just had to do it to get good at it. I'm talking like I'm a veteran too, so I know where I'm at, but. The best time for me would be to just like prepare for the moment, come up with ideas, come up with melodic ideas, guitar ideas. And then there's just times that you feel super creative and then you can sit down and put it all together. Hopefully, sometimes it's still trash, but you just prepare for the moment, and then when it happens, hopefully it's good.
You're back in your area of comfort, I would think. Grew up in Gainesville, Decatur. You're a North Texas guy. What's it mean to play a big fair in the North Texas area like we have here tonight?
Yeah, it's cool. Any hometown, because this basically is a hometown deal, and we're only 30 minutes from Decatur. So any hometown thing is cool. At the same time, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking too, because it's like, you know everybody. Like, so some of the first times I ever played in my hometown, if you know, you're excited because some people are going to come out, but then if nobody comes out, you're like, oh man, like nobody in my hometown likes me.
Will you have a lot of family and friends here tonight?
Yeah, for sure. It's finally happening for me, so I would imagine it'll be pretty good.
What about the tour that you're on right now? How many dates are you playing? Where are you headed after tonight?
Tomorrow we have. You remember Steve Warner?
Oh yeah, he was here. He was here maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah,
fantastic guitar player. A lot of hits. A lot of hits in the '80s and early '90s. Yeah, fantastic guy.
You want to sing one?
Probably
Can
not.
You
don't want to. No, you don't want to hear me sing. No.
That late night DJ voice.
You call me up at 11 o'clock. We'll see what happens. But.
yeah, totally. I can get you up there to sing one.
Where are you with Steve? You're somewhere here in Texas.
Yeah, man, I don't even know where it is, but it's kind of in like Central Texas. But probably before the pandemic, I played, I don't know, 3 or 4 shows with him, which that dude has, I think he's got, I don't know how many Grammys he has, but if you have 1 Grammy, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. So salt of the earth, super cool. And he just liked what I was doing. So any Texas dates that he has, I usually am able to go play with him.
You know, you mentioned the pandemic, and it's, I'm sure, very hard for people in your business to keep things going, keep the band healthy, but playing an outdoor show has to be really nice. And here at the North Texas Fair and Rodeo, you and I are 6 feet apart. We're trying to observe all the safety protocols, but just to be outside with people that enjoy your music, it's got to be really enjoyable.
Yeah. The COVID deal got pretty weird, and in this area it wasn't quite as bad. And I live out in the country, so not a whole lot changed. But I think people that have been in urban areas, you got to have some sort of personal connection, and not being able to see somebody's face and say hi to them, I think ultimately has a pretty profound impact on people's psychology, I would have to think. So.
Well, we were lucky to pull this off last fall. Great to be back in August. This is what people plan for in Denton, Texas, to be able to have this moment happen, right before school starts, and it's a rite of passage in a lot of ways for everybody locally. So Jarrod Morris tonight is going to cap out a really good first day at the North Texas Fair and Rodeo. Thank you for taking time to join us.
Yeah, thanks.
And if you need me for song number 2 or 3, I can get up there.
I like how it wasn't 1.
Yeah,
no, that means you are a veteran.
I don't want to start.
Well, you
gotta,
you gotta get warmed up. You stand side stage.
You got a little bit longer to get warmed up,
Dude,
so do it. Get
me.
ready. All right, that's Jarrod Morris. We look forward to his trappings tonight at the Revolver stage, and that's the way we'll wrap things up on day number 1 here at the North Texas Fair and Rodeo.